Keith Barnett, thanks for taking the time. Went on the road, second road trip of the season so far, and some tough opponents against Seattle and Gonzaga and Oklahoma. Did your team, in your eyes, make an improvement from that other week?
Yeah, we got better, and then we played better opponents. So that was good. We had moments where, for instance, in one set it's 6-8, we're winning, and then it's 14-14. And the opponent makes 3 or 4 good plays, but they win 8 points. That's one of the things right there that we need to continue to work on, is a lot of the little things that would allow us to complete more of those points, where we had an advantage over most of them and we were in control of most of the points. And so at that point, we should be scoring more. Yeah. So now we got to complete them.
Before we get to what's up this week, can you create instances in practice to kind of create a more urgency to where you're getting over some of those mistakes?
I don't know that it's a mistake so much as it is just we're not quite crisp. We're not completing it. We're not making that many errors. We're just not finishing the point when we have the opportunity. So yeah, again, putting ourselves in that situation, we're playing a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores, a couple juniors, a couple seniors. And at that point, it's somewhere in that line. There's someone's not quite crisp enough, or the agreement isn't held as far as like how we want to run our team, or what we do in this instance. So we're getting there. We're 2 weeks in, and it's a slower build here. We come out and we've got some time before we get into conference in 2 weeks.
Certainly, and the competition might get even a little stiffer depending on how you think about it. You got to go up the road. You play DU, then you come home to play CSU, Fullerton, and another team, which you will mention and straighten me out. But just tell me about Denver, because Denver has been impressive so far this season.
Yeah, opening weekend they beat USC at USC. They won in 5. They played really well at home this last weekend. They finished up beating up Mercer in 3. They did lose to Northern Colorado, and Northern Colorado is really good. Northern Colorado beat CSU this year already too. So it's tough inside our state, and that's good for us. Tell me one thing DU is not good at. So yeah, they're a tough opponent. It's going to be fun. We're going to go up there. It's a nice environment. They're on Terraflex as well. It's a great space, and they have a good team.
Will it be good coming home? Then you'll have 2 this weekend, Friday and Saturday. Will it be nice to be back in the friendly confines, so to speak?
Yeah, I think sleeping in our own beds, and coming down and feeling a little more comfortable than we did the first 2 weeks will be really good.
Tell me, teach me, who's on your schedule? I'm lost.
Yeah.
Who's coming in here?
Fullerton, Idaho, and then DU, and then the following weekend we have Incarnate Word and Iowa. Yeah. So
do you look at teams? I mean, obviously, you told us a little bit about Denver, but do you know what Idaho's bringing in here and Fullerton, or are you mostly in the preseason focused on yourself?
It's a little bit of both, but the reality is you can't worry about the opponent before you can get your own house in order. There's only so much you can do on that end, where it's like, hey, this kid's doing something to us, but first of all, we got to fix these other 4 things here that we got to do. So it's a little bit of a combo of that. I think some of the more complete teams that are returning more players, then you can focus a little bit more on the opponent. But even then, early in the preseason, there's a lot to straighten out. It's crazy what 3 or 4 months off does.
No kidding. Keith Barnett, thanks for the time. Good luck this weekend. It'll be good to see you at home.
Thanks, Brian.